Hello traders, today is September 3rd, 2024. We had a pretty red day today, to say, so I think that's an understatement. Anyways, this video is not going to be about technical analysis for a bunch of names. This is just going to be my opinion on what I'm planning to do within the next week, or actually a few weeks if weakness continues. So let's get to it. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes or educational purposes, however you want to take it. And I strongly suggest to you that if you are planning to risk or invest your money on any type of asset, you do some research and due diligence before risking your capital. That being said, let's get to it. I'm here on Apple because it's the first name on my list, but you can also see throughout this entire list that most of these names have been pretty red, and in some cases there's some green, but they're for the most part either flat or, you know, have a very nice drop. You know, a couple of weeks ago, and I think I can illustrate this better with AMD, I was talking about how concerned I was, and I was doing this, if I can find, actually, I was talking about how crazy this move was. You can dig that video, it's probably 2 weeks old or so. How crazy these moves were. You can go to Apple, you see the same. This whole move right here up to this resistance level. You can go to Amazon, you see it the same way. And I guess I was ranting a little bit about the fact that this was moving so strong, and nobody was really talking about the fact that you know, these kind of moves, we all know, are not sustainable. You know, you have to get a cool down. And also when I was seeing some of the candles that we're seeing, let's go back to Apple, we can do Amazon as well, that we're seeing on this area, you can see that there is weakness, and you can see weakness on the MACD, and that especially in the TSI, and it's telling you that strength is fading away. So what I was saying, I guess in these areas right here towards the end of August, wasn't there was obvious weakness throughout the market, and at least that's what I was seeing. And then I was just making videos about technical analysis and you know, just mentioning levels and whatnot. And I think today things got a little more obvious. AMD, for example, was down, and I just noticed that almost 8%. At one point, definitely was 8% on the red. And it seems like this is probably going to continue to at least 134. What I was saying yesterday, for example, on my technical analysis video, is that if you don't bounce out of the 35 SMA and break 151, then 134 will be on the way for sure. You know, or another situation that I was presenting yesterday was, and you might be chopping between the 200 SMA and the 35 SMA. Anyways, there is weakness throughout the market. We saw Amazon, we saw Apple. I have Amazon right here, and you can see it all over the place. Now, I think there is opportunities to the downside. Let's go to Caterpillar, for example, almost 5%. Look at the size of this candle; it's pretty crazy. CAVA. Also weakness, like everybody was going crazy here, and this was a beautiful move. However, eventually things have to come down. AFRM, by the way, I did buy puts on AFRM on Friday of last week, and here we are down pretty much 6% if I add the after hours. I do have some puts that I bought last week and some that I bought this week, and they're playing very well. My puts for AFRM are up almost 61%. Anyways, I guess the purpose of this video is just to reiterate what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, which is basically weakness coming into the market. And I think the consequence of this is that in a couple of weeks, and this could be a couple of weeks, or it could be a little bit longer or shorter, there is going to be opportunity to go back to the upside. But at least for now, short term, I'm starting to position myself into setups that are pretty obvious to the downside. Now, I can be completely wrong, and I will show you one of my positions that went completely wrong. So AFRM, it is pain, and I think that at least it's gonna hit 39, you know, and if this I guess sentiment continues, it's gonna start filling this gap, you know, and if that is the case, you know, these put options are gonna be pretty good for me. I'm not planning to sell them yet, even though I'm over my 50% limit, but I think profit limit. I think in this case, I'm just gonna either start trimming, but keep some of them and see if we get to this level. You know, I also bought SBUX last week. We were somewhere around here when I bought on Friday, and now we are down here. It was down at one point over 2%, and somewhere in that area I decided to sell because I was at 50%, and you know, it moves pretty slow. I don't like this kind of charts, but I had my 50%, and I was out. I might actually jump back in, but I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities here to the downside. Another thing that I would like to mention is be extremely careful. I normally like to trade to the upside more than the downside, and because I find it more, I guess, structured, and therefore is easier for me. Let's take a look at Clover, and I just mentioned that there was a stock that I know is gonna break my ass tomorrow, and that is Clover. So I did buy puts on Thursday of last week because it was kind of obvious with the lack of you know, of buyers volume and the increase of sellers volume. So this is what was going on. These were moving a little bit slow, so these are up 20, almost 20%. But now what happened is, and there were news after the bell, and Clover is up 20%. So I wouldn't be surprised if this, you know, completely flies over my stop loss, and I would probably lose a lot of, well, my entire principal. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't have a big position on this because I knew the risk that how sensitive this stock right now, Clover, is to news. So something in me was telling me, get with a small position here, just in case something crazy happens, and it did happen. Anyways, the chart itself was great for a short position. The MACD and the TSI, the RSI, everything was looking great. This was completely parabolic, but now at this point is up at $3. So yeah, I guess that 20% is going to be gone by tomorrow, and I'm going to be we'll see how this plays out, but definitely it's not going to play out on my the way I want it to. Anyways, in general, we can see again weakness throughout the market, but I think there is going to be a lot of opportunities to the downside. Let's go take a look. I just thought about a name that I mentioned. Was it yesterday? No, it was on Sunday, on Thursday's video. Where is it? LUMN. Look at this. It was down 10%. I totally forgot about this. This was on my focus list, and I totally spaced it out. But look, this was a beautiful move. There is a lot of opportunities right now to the downside. A lot of these names are pretty extended to the upside. So there is definitely a good opportunity, in my opinion. I mentioned NTNX yesterday. I think this is going to continue going down. This is definitely a good opportunity. I did buy today put for Starbucks. They're up 17%. Are they? Yeah, 17%. That's Starbucks. for now is looking pretty obvious to me. Now, maybe we have a great day tomorrow. I don't know. These options are for November, so I'm okay. But and again, if I see things going the opposite way, I have enough cushion to exit, still being green. So I also bought last week. Where are you? Rivian, and these options are actually up 250%, and I'm gonna keep them. This is probably gonna continue going towards filling this gap, and then I think at this resistance level, if we get there, I'm gonna sell. If there is a little bit of a strength coming into this, I'm probably gonna size down and wait. But I have a pretty decent cushion right now on this. I also mentioned, I don't know if I said how much up I'm on AFRM. AFRM, my puts are up 60%. And then I do have, and this is a risky one, rocket companies. I do have puts. I bought them, I believe, when did I buy them? On Friday. And they are down 8%. So I'm not being stopped out yet. This could go the opposite way, who knows? But the MACD and TSI are telling me something else. Let's go take a look just for perspective of Microsoft. We're down yesterday. Did I mention Microsoft yesterday? No, that was on Thursday. That we're probably going to range between these two levels, meaning the 35 SMA and the 200 SMA. I do think that if there is more weakness, we're going to go under 400. But again, I've been talking about this weakness in the market basically since the end or August the 28th, August the 21st. Meta is not doing too bad, but I think there is opportunity to the downside for Meta. Let's go take a look at Nike, just since I'm seeing it here. It's looking interesting, and it's probably going to cool down a little bit more as well. Netflix also, we're probably going to hit 665. So yeah, in general, there is weakness, but this is going to bring opportunity to the up, to the downside, and eventually also opportunity to go to the upside. So you can play it both ways. I played this today in the beginning of the day, and then I got chickened out. I played puts somewhere around here, and I got out somewhere in this area. I just didn't feel, or actually somewhere in this chop, somewhere, but I was green, not by much. But I actually think that in this sector, there is opportunity. It is very extended, and there might be something going on here. So in the last 3 weeks, this has been up 12%. It's pretty good for this name in particular. So yeah, there is, if you actually have a long and big watch list like this, and you start going on the daily chart one by one, and you see how extended some of these names are, how extended the indicators are as well, and how the volume is behaving, you might actually find some gems in which you can take advantage of the situation and buy some short-term positions. That's what I'm trying to do. Normally, I have November and mid-October puts, and I'm probably gonna sell them within a week or so. Some of them are doing great. Again, some others, like Rocket Company, is that the name of this thing? Rocket, let's call it, is down 10% or 8%, and then Clover, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, but it's up 20%, so it is what it is. Anyways, I guess the purpose of this is to let you guys know to be very mindful of how to invest. Look for opportunities of tickets that have been very overextended and they still have opportunity to continue going down, and just keep a close eye on those positions that you have, because the reversal could come at any time. I do personally believe, and I could be wrong, that at this move to the downside is probably going to continue for several days. We might see green candles here and there, and we might have gray days in the middle. But I guess if we zoom out, I think that the continuation to the downside is going to prevail. Who knows, for the next weeks or so. Hopefully I'm wrong. I like to trade to the upside, but it seems like there's opportunity on the setups to go short. And it seems like what I did last week, for the most part, is correct. I got unlucky with Clover and whatever, you know, I have like 1, 2, 3 other names, 4 names counting Rivian, that are pretty well. Anyways, okay, friends, be very careful with your money, mindful with it, and be patient. You know, if you don't find any setups that convince you, just don't trade. Just look at the screen or go do something else. Go work out, whatever. Do something else. But just be careful and look for nice setups. So that's a message for today. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to find enough names to do a video with 12 or 15 different tickers. We'll see what we get. We'll see what the market gives us. All right, friends, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.